Hello, my dear student friends. I welcome you all for this lecture for your second PUC Physics syllabus, that is Unit number 9, the chapter number 12, Atoms. We'll see briefly the syllabus of this chapter, that is the Geiger-Marsden experiment or the Rutherford experiment, Rutherford's model of an atom, then the Bohr's model of an atom. Here it covers the merits and demerits of it, and it covers again the expression for radius of nth orbit of electron, the expression for energy of electron in nth orbit of hydrogen atom, etc. After that, Rydberg constant, then line emission spectrum of hydrogen, line absorption spectrum of hydrogen, energy level diagram for hydrogen atom, indicating different series of spectral lines, and de Broglie theory. Introduction. The electrons, protons and neutrons are constitutes of an atom. All of you know that the electrons are negatively charged, protons are positively charged, and neutrons are neutral, and protons and neutrons together are known as nucleus. So, in this chapter, we'll study how the concept of atom comes in word. So, what is the history behind it? That we'll study. Firstly, we'll discuss about the Geiger-Marsden experiment, or it is also known as Rutherford's experiment or alpha particle scattering experiment. The Geiger and Marsden are the students of Rutherford. So, they are performed this alpha particle scattering experiment. They are taken the vacuum medium. So, these all apparatus they are considered in vacuum medium, and they are taken the source of alpha particles. The source of alpha particle, for example, you should take the uranium, that is having the energy as a 5.5 mega electron volt. Then they are considered the lead bricks or lead slits. It used to make the beam of alpha particle in single direction. When the beam of alpha particle single direction, the single beam of alpha particle passes through this gold foil target. This is a gold foil target. They are used the gold foil target having the thickness 2.1 into 10 raised to minus 7 meter, or it is approximately 10 raised to minus 8 meter thickness, and then after passing this gold foil, all the beam of light will be scattered in all direction, and some beam of light will be reflected back. Here they are taken the ZNS screen also. This is a zinc sulfide screen, and they are taken one detector, or that is a microscope. Whenever the source of alpha particle having the beam of alpha particle that passes through the lead slit, then the beam of single alpha particle falls on the gold foil, then the almost all alpha particles will be scattered in this direction. So here they are considered theta as a scattering angle. Suppose you consider here origin. Here this is x-axis. You consider here 0 degree, 1 degree, 2 degree, up to 90 degree here. Then after that 91, 92 up to 180 degree. So here the theta is a scattering angle. So the scattering angle between 0 degree to 1 degree, in this region the most of all alpha particles scattered in this direction, and the some alpha particles will be scattered more than 1 degree, that is the nearly 0.14% only scattered in this direction, and the some alpha particles will be reflected back, about 1 in 8,000 are reflected back in this direction, and the only few, very few alpha particles will be reflected back in a 180 degree. And by seeing this experiment, they are drawn one graph also. So that is a along x-axis the scattering angle they are taken, and along y-axis the number of alpha particles scattered that they are taken. And suppose the scattering angle, consider here the 1 degree, 2 degree up to 179 degree. Here don't take 180 degree. If you are taken 180, then directly the beam of alpha particle comes here. So consider only 1 degree to 179 degree, and the number of alpha particles along y-axis. Then the nearly for 1 degree it is the maximum the scattered alpha particles are there. After that it decreases gradually. So by seeing this experiment, okay, they are observed in detector or microscope. In detector they are seen the dark and bright spots in it. So this experiment is having some important points that I have listed here. The first one, the source of alpha particle, for example uranium, that is having the energy as a 5.5 mega electron volt. Then it is having the lead slit, and that is used to make a beam of light as a single direction. Third one, the alpha particle falls on gold foil, that is having the thickness 2.1 into 10 raised to minus 7 meter, or it is nearly 10 raised to minus 8 meter. Then it is scattered in all direction. And scattered alpha particle falls on zinc sulfide screen, that is ZNS screen. Then the detector or microscope counts the dark and bright spots. Then the Geiger and Marsden observation given after this experiment. So that are the observation of Geiger-Marsden experiment on scattering of alpha particles. First one, the most of alpha particle passed through the foil without any collisions. So almost all alpha particles will be comes out in 0 to 1 degree only. Then only few alpha particles are scattered by small angle, that is more than 1 degree, and the very few alpha particles were deflected back at 180 degree due to a large repulsive force. And fourth one, the distance of closest approach is about 10 raised to minus 14 meter, which is the size of the nucleus. So they are concluded the size of the nucleus is what? 10 raised to minus 14 meter. By seeing these experiments, the Rutherford's model of an atom is given, and this is also known as the planetary model. An atom consists of positively charged core, that is known as nucleus. So according to Rutherford, the atom is having nucleus and it is completely positively charged. Second one, all positive charge and almost entire mass of an atom is concentrated in the nucleus. So all positive charges will be present in nucleus and almost entire mass is present in nucleus. Then the third one, the nucleus is surrounded by number of electrons. These electrons revolve in circular orbits around the nucleus. So it is the same as the sun is there in center and all planets are moving around the sun in its fixed orbit. The same as here nucleus is in center and all electrons are moving with circular orbit with its fixed path. So because of this statement only, the Rutherford model is also known as planetary model. Next point, the order of size of the nucleus is 10 raised to minus 14 meter and the order of size of the atom is 10 raised to minus 10 meter. That is, an atom is 10 raised to 4 times bigger than the nucleus. This indicates that there is the lot of empty space in the atom. So empty space is present in the atom. So fifth one, the total positive charge on the nucleus is equal to the total negative charge on the electrons. Hence the atom is electrically neutral. Last one, the electrostatic force of attraction between the nucleus and electrons provides the necessary centripetal force. So like this, it explains the large angle of alpha scattering and the nucleus as a positively charged, the entire mass is concentrated in it and the electrons are revolving with its fixed orbit in circular path and the nucleus is having the size as a 10 raised to minus 14 meter and atom is having the size as a 10 raised to minus 10 meter and the atom is 10 raised to 4 times bigger than the nucleus. The totally the positive charge on the nucleus is equal to total negative charge on the electron, hence the atom is electrically neutral and the force of attraction between the nucleus and electron provides the necessary centripetal force. Like this they are given the model of an atom. But the Rutherford is having this model is having some demerits also. So it could not explain the stability of the atom. So how the atom is stable? It is electrically neutral, but how it is stable, that it could not explain. It could not explain the origin of spectral lines. So it could not explain the different series of spectral lines like emission spectrum, absorption spectrum, and their energy level diagrams. It could not explain. Like this, the Rutherford model is having some demerits also. Thank you.